The Drake equation is a simple mathematical formula designed to determine how many advanced civilizations there should be in the galaxy. The formula consists of a number of constants multiplied together. This video shows the user how CADWOLF can be used to solve and document this problem in one web page that is accessible to anyone. This is what the document will look like when we finish. It is a combination of some text blocks, a header, a symbolic equation, and then several equations. Before we begin building the actual document, we first open the File Properties view and change the title and subtitle. Going back to the worksheet, we can see that those items are now present and updated. Now we add a header and change the text to be the Drake equation. Note that by clicking on the sprocket, we could have changed this header to any level going from 1 to 4. Our first task is to describe to the user exactly what the problem is and how this document solves that problem. To accomplish this, we add a text block and do just that. Note that we use the interactive toolbar at the top of the page to add a link to the Wikipedia page on the Drake equation. The next thing we do is add a symbolic equation. Symbolic equations are text that is interpreted as LaTeX. The system will understand any mathematical LaTeX item, and here we use a symbolic equation to explain the contents of the Drake equation. Once that is done, we add another text block to describe to the user the quantity represented by each item in the equation. We pasted this text in here and use the list feature to show the user how this is done using the text toolbar. Now it's time to do the math. First, we add an equation beneath the text. Then we change the default text to be r_s equals 1. We then add units of 1 over years and hit enter. Note that the system displays the units in seconds. This can be changed in the right toolbar if the user desires. Continuing in this manner, we add a variable for each item in the equation and set it to a number. Finally, we add a new equation, give it the name n sub d, and set the value of it equal to the multiple of all equations that were previously defined. This is the number of advanced civilizations that there should be in the Milky Way galaxy. Note that you can change any of these numbers and see how it affects the final result. Finally, we add another text block to explain why we used certain symbols. That's it, our page is complete. Feel free to visit and use this file in the examples folder. We've set it up so that any user can edit the static numbers, but that the final equation cannot be edited. Remember that we could have used several more text blocks with more explanation, or we could have had just the equations with no explanation. However, it is the ability to explain the problem and solve it in the same web page that makes CADWOLF so useful. To keep up with everything that's going on the site, follow us on Facebook and Twitter.